Well, hello, you beautiful, badass, courageously authentic, perfectly imperfect, deeply flawed humans. Deanne Joy here, authenticity, badassery, and clarity catalyst for evolving leaders. If this is your first time catching me, welcome to my channel. So in this video, we're talking about how you are in control of your thoughts, the most powerful healing tools available on earth. Hint, we're all born with them. And I'll also teach you about your flashlight of focus. So let's get started. So here's the deal. As humans, we tend to have this mistaken notion that we are at the mercy of our thoughts and emotions, that they are in charge of us. Nothing could be further from the truth.
See, when we can master our own thoughts and emotions rather than being at their mercy, everything changes. When you realize that your thoughts are optional and that you can actually choose how you think and feel, what becomes available to you in your life is extraordinary because you are no longer simply reacting to situations. You are responding to them with intention, and you're in control of how you think and how you feel. And that, my friend, is power. And that puts you in the driver's seat of your life in a whole new way. So, first things first, because this is the foundation, let's talk about the two most powerful healing tools available on earth, which, by the way, are innate gifts that we are all born with. They are the God-given gifts of breath and imagination. And when we tap into the power of those two profound gifts, change can happen like that. See, so often we make things much more difficult than they need to be. When you keep it simple and use the tools and the gifts that you already have, you will start to see shifts happen much more quickly and easily. Want me to prove to you just how powerful your God-given gifts of breath and imagination are, and how tapping into them can quickly, easily, and profoundly shift how you think, how you feel, and the results you create in your life? Challenge accepted.
All right, so here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and close your eyes and just pretend that you're 6 years old again and let your imagination run wild. Just trust that brilliant creative imagination. So I want you to think of your unconscious mind as a warehouse for every single memory and experience that you have ever had in your entire life. And it keeps all of those memories stored in this dark warehouse until we shine a light on that memory and that we're searching for. So what I want you to do is go ahead and turn on the floodlights in that warehouse. Turn them on and shine them brightly. And search that warehouse of memories in your mind until you find a memory, a specific time in your life when you felt sad. Just search that warehouse of memories and find a time in your life when you felt sad, a specific time. When you've got that time in mind, just go ahead and step into it as though you're there right now. Not too much, just enough to remember and know what it felt like. Good. Now, go ahead and clear the screen. If you're old enough to remember the Etch-a-Sketch, just imagine clearing the screen by shaking it clear. Good. Now, close your eyes again. This time, search that warehouse of memories once again, but now I want you to search for a memory, a specific time when you felt joyful. Find a specific memory, just search that warehouse of memories in your mind until you come to a specific time, a specific memory when you felt joyful. And when you find a specific memory, step into that time, bring it to life, and see it through your own eyes as though you're there right now. Hear the sounds around you and feel the feelings of being joyful right now. And now just double the intensity of those feelings. Really get into the feeling of it. Good. And notice what you say to yourself in your own mind now as you feel joyful. Good. Excellent. And once again, open your eyes and go ahead and clear the screen once again. Good. Now, let's just check in. How did you feel when I had you think of that time that you were sad? Sad, right? And how long did it take for you to get there? Seconds, probably, right? And what did you have to do in order to feel that way? You had to think of a time that you felt that way before, right? Now, how did you feel when I asked you to think of a time that you felt joyful in your life? You probably felt joyful, happy, loved, fulfilled, right? And how long did it take for you to feel that way? Seconds, right? Now, how long did it take for you to shift from feeling sad to feeling joyful? It took a matter of moments, right? And what did you have to do to get there? You had to think of a time that you felt that way. That's it. You had to think of a time that you felt that way and step into it powerfully as though you were there right now. What does that tell you about the power of your mind? See, our thoughts create our emotions, not the other way around. You don't feel sad and then think of something sad. You feel sad because you are thinking of something sad. The thought comes before the emotion. So if you want to change how you're feeling, you must change what you are focusing your thoughts on. Make sense? Everything starts with thought. This chair, it was a thought in someone's mind before it became a thing, right? This couch that this guy is sitting on over here, it was an idea before it became a thing. Everything starts with thought.
So when you start thinking, I can't do this, my mind doesn't work that way, I'll never be able to achieve that, I'll never have a life partner, I can't possibly invest in myself or take time for me, all of those thoughts are optional. So understand that when you are thinking those thoughts, you are choosing them. They are not choosing you. They are not being inserted into your mind from outside of you. You are choosing your thoughts. So guess what that means? Well, the good news is that that also means that you have the power to change them. So I want to challenge you when you are thinking a thought that is a disempowering thought to tell yourself, this is an optional thought. I am choosing this thought right now, and I can choose a different thought and then change it to a more empowering thought. Change it to a thought that you want to have that feels good. Make sense?
All right, so let's talk about your flashlight of focus. So let's imagine that this is your mind. This flashlight is your mind, and wherever this flashlight is shining is what you are focused on. Whatever you have that flashlight of focus shined on is what you will tend to see in the world. It's not that other things don't exist in the world, it's just that you're only focused on those things. Therefore, that is what will be in your awareness, right? Have you ever thought about a car that you were really into that you wanted to buy, and then all of a sudden you're seeing it everywhere? Let's say you were interested in an Infiniti QX60. Now, you may have never noticed Infiniti QX60s on the road before, but now that your focus is on them, you are shining that flashlight of focus on them, you automatically start seeing them. Does that mean that they weren't there before? No, there were just as many on the road before you started thinking about them. It's just that now it's in your awareness. It's what your flashlight of focus is shined on, therefore it's what you will tend to see. Make sense? That means that whatever your flashlight of focus is shined on, you will only see those things. You can't see what exists outside of that. You will only see where your flashlight of focus is shined on. You can't see what exists outside of that because it's not what you're focused on. So let's say you're in an empty room and there are two corners. Well, there's got to be more than two corners in a room. That would be weird. But let's say that we're focusing on two of the corners. The corner of, this is the corner of I'm not enough, and there's the corner of I'm freaking fabulous, right? So here's the thing. Whichever corner you have that flashlight of focus shined on is exactly what you will tend to see in the world. So if you have your focus on I'm not enough, guess what? You will find all kinds of evidence in the world to support that. You will see evidence that proves that you are not enough. If you have that flashlight of focus shined in the corner of I am freaking fabulous, guess what you will tend to see more of? Exactly. You'll tend to see and experience things in the world that support that you are freaking fabulous. Which, by the way, you so are. So, what is your flashlight of focus shining on, my friend? Do you have it shine in the corner of not enoughness, of all the things that are not working for you, or the things that you don't like about yourself or that you're not good at? Or do you have it shine in the corner of freaking fabulousness? On all of the things that are going well in your life, all of the things that you like about yourself, that you are good at, that make you uniquely you, unlike anyone else on the planet. That's the question.
Comment below and tell me where you've been shining your flashlight of focus. And your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to begin to shine that sucker on what you want, not what you don't want. Shine that baby in the corner of freaking fabulousness, my friend, and just notice the massive shifts that begin to take place in your life and in your world. Now, if you want to learn more about how to master your thoughts and emotions so that you are in charge of how you think and how you feel no matter what is going on in the world around you, check out the description for a link to my other videos. And don't forget to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Oh, and hit that little notification bell so that you get notified when I release new content. Now, go be your fierce, flawed, perfectly imperfect, badass self. The world is waiting.
I got an itchy nose. The highest, most, whatever. We can master our own thoughts and emotions rather than being at their mercy. Mercy. Why can I not say this? Blah, blah. Why can't I say these words? Ah! Oh my. Yep. All right. Bah.
Are we done? Are we done yet? Done?